Okay, this isn't usually my MO, of I actually deleting it and refilming and re-recording anything on this channel. Especially right now where I really don't feel like doing it because this channel is just gonna have to die for a while. I don't know how long it's gonna stay dead, but every now and then I just need to just say stuff, and I rewatched what I uploaded because that's what I do over here. I just film and then upload and that's it, right? But this time I did because I started remembering what I said and I was like, did I remember to say that? Did I remember to say that? What did I say? And I watched it and I was like, that's not what I meant to. So I deleted it. I was talking about my eating disorder and the progress I've been making in the last week and the harm that the intuitive eating counselor I was seeing a couple years ago was doing, because she didn't seem to understand that I don't ever want to eat. If I didn't have to, I would not. What I consider a lot is actually just like the bare minimum of what a healthy amount of food is supposed to be. Okay. And I've been doing that for almost a week now, but I remember that she kept trying to get me to focus on everything all at once, like including the make sure you don't overeat type shit. And I'm like, despite me repeatedly telling her, I don't want to eat at all. I feel like my only focus right now should be getting in the habit of allowing myself to eat at all. And then we'll worry about portions and so on and so forth. And I also remembered, since filming and posting that other video, one of the exercises that she had me do it wasn't helpful for me. Because she was like, okay, your body's hunger and fullness signals and da-da-da-da, like, grab a cookie. I don't typically want to eat sweets anyway. So that's just right off the jump. This exercise wasn't going to work. She's like, take a bite. I was like, it's fine. How's it taste? Da, 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 da. Take another bite. Da, 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 da. And just let me know when it starts to not taste great. And I'm trying to tell her, I had been tried to tell her, I don't like sweets anyway. Most of the time. The only time I really like sweets is during that time of the month for me, and that, and the third, right? So it wasn't gonna work. But she's like, just try it. Like, see, now that's how you'll know if you've had enough. Bitch, I don't ever want to feel full. Feeling full feels bad to me. Fullness doesn't feel right. My brain is wired to avoid the feeling of fullness at all cost. So that wasn't helping. That was harmful. Because that's not my problem. That's not my issue. It was very fat phobic because I haven't been this size most of my life. I was very skinny. I struggled to put on weight my whole life. Feel me? So I just wanted to share some, because I'm going through shit that has nothing to do with this video. Okay? Just FYI. That's why I'm like, I felt like it was safe to just put that part out there because it's completely separate from why I'm on hiatus, okay? It's just an aside type thing. Has nothing to do with why I'm on hiatus. So that's why I felt safe to go ahead and post this. I just wanted to share, because if you're subscribed to me, and then I'm going to assume that you've had the similar struggles, if not the same struggles as I do. And I wanted to give some encouragement to y'all, because I'm going through a lot right now with I can't believe I've eaten so much this week. Feels like too much, because it's a healthy amount. And I'm constantly freaking out, and I wanted to give some encouragement to y'all, which is helpful for me, that for those of y'all who are going to counseling and you feel like it's not working or whatever, go with your instinct. If it's not working, find another counselor. And if you can't seem to find one that works, if you have a friend that is actually feels like their support is helping, then let that be enough to keep your standards for what to look for. Let that be the standard you look for in a counselor. Okay? Because Phoenix has helped me a lot. He helps me take a step back and be like, okay, I know this is what it feels like to you, but try to look at it objectively. Step out of yourself and look at how much did you actually eat. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's not much at all. Like, in reality, it's literally not that much. As far as science and mass, as far as mass is concerned, I didn't really eat that much. But from my understanding, it's like, oh, I've eaten 5 different things today. That's a lot of food. But objectively was like, but how much of those 5 different things did you eat? That's not a lot. You don't need to feel this way about that. That's an unhelpful thought. That's unhelpful. You just need to let it be and keep doing it anyway. And that was great. And I'm still looking for counseling specifically for the eating disorder and the body dysmorphia. But in the meantime, that's my standard. Like, I need you to be that kind of supportive, and while applying your profession, your professional skill set towards my healing, because without that support and compassion and treating me like a human being, you're not going to be effective. In fact, your help will be harmful instead. And I don't let that slide as you seek help. And for Black women specifically, don't go in with the assumption that a Black counselor and a Black therapist, a Black woman therapist and a Black woman counselor is going to be the right fit for you just because she's a Black woman, because there's enough of us, and I only say this because I am Black and I am femme presenting, even though I'm not a woman. There's enough of us that participate in misogynoir. That let's stop acting like we don't. Let's stop acting like that. I can count. I think I might only need 1.5 of my hands to count how many Black women in my life have not participated in misogynoir. Okay? Let's go in with our eyes open. Okay? I still have the expectations of, don't be like me and just assume the best just based on that. Try to expand into based on okay, how would I take this from another counselor, a white counselor? How would I take these words from any other counselor of any other color or gender? How would I take it? And if it's negative, if it has a negative impact on you when you think of it coming from anybody else, then trust and believe it's negative coming from her too. Because treating somebody badly is treating somebody badly is treating somebody badly. There's no excuse for accepting mistreatment or dismissal or invalidation. It's the paradox of tolerance. If you're not going to tolerate it from one group, do not tolerate it from another. Because then the other group's going to be like, well, why is it okay for them to mistreat you? No, don't do that to yourself. Now that line of thinking could have gotten me out of that abusive cycle a lot sooner, but be like, well, if you're not going to tolerate this guy, why do you tolerate this guy for treating you that way? But that's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different thing. You're paying for a service from these people. You're not sleeping with them. You don't owe them anything on that level. And even if you do owe them anything, they still owe you decency, respect, acknowledgement, validation. That's their job. They need to do their job. That's why that saying, black faces in high places ain't gonna save us, that's why. Because of that behavior. Yeah, y'all got me. I'm stressed out right now, and that's how you know, because I'm biting my nails, biting my cuticles, biting my fingers again. I gotta do my nails so I can not get to the bleeding point again. But if any of y'all miss me, check out my other channel. I'll link it in the description. That's what I'm doing instead of vlogging my feelings. Okay? That's what I'm doing instead. That's how bad what I'm going through is. Just so you know. It's bad. It's really bad. So I'm doing that. I'm just gonna grow this other channel. It's something to do. I'm doing it in a way that if it ever becomes monetizable, it can, you know? So none of this cussing bullshit. None of this fuckity fuck this. No more snapping off at people in the comments or publicly shaming them for being assholes. I won't do that over there. If you make a comment over there, I'm not gonna a stupid comment over there, I'm just gonna delete it. Not gonna respond. Not even gonna respond on this channel. Like, those are two separate worlds with two separate sets of rules. Okay? If you say something stupid to me over here, I'm gonna respond to you with hostility or a crash out or cuss you out or whatever. Or I'll just block you and then talk shit. You know, my usual. But over there, Still not going to engage with you, but I won't do all that extra stuff. Okay? Because I'm trying to, that's supposed to be my happy place. I hate you ain't happy. I'm not great these days, okay? But I felt like I've made progress with that because I'm diving so hard into self-care and being mindful of my mental health and keeping my headspace as not calm, but manageable. Like, okay, okay. Controlled chaos at times. Sometimes it's calm. Most of the time it's not. You know? So, yeah. If y'all want to keep me company over there, that'd be great. Just, you know. That way you know I'm still alive. But if you're here for the ranting and the raving and the drama and the way I scream and yell, like, and you don't want any part of the constructive, positive, functional side of me, that's fine too. We're all here for different reasons. They're all valid, as far as I know, because they're none of my business. And I'll see you guys whenever, if I do. I don't know when. It's probably going to take years before I get back to vlogging my life here. So, there's that. Go watch me dabble. Love you, bye.